Welcome to Snacks Weekly on Data Science. This podcast is all about making data science and machine learning knowledge accessible and less intimidating. Today, we are going to talk about chatbot. This topic is based on a tech blog titled How We Built Agoda's Property AMA Bot to Simplify Travel Decisions, written by their engineering team. You can find the blog link in this episode's description. Throughout this episode, we will dissect this topic from both business and technology angles. Now, let's dive in. On the business side, let's take a look at the problem to be solved. Agoda is part of Booking Holdings and one of the major players in online travel. This platform offers hotels, flights, and local experiences in over 200 countries. And there are millions of travelers using Agoda each year to plan their trips. Now, one big challenge in the travel planning is how travelers find information. It's not that information is missing, it's that it's hard to get. Users often have specific questions like, does this hotel offer free breakfast? Or, is there parking on site? But the questions are usually buried in long discussions or scattered across reviews. This creates some user friction. People don't want to dig for details. They want quick, clear answers so that they can make booking decisions with confidence. To solve this problem, Agoda built a conversational chatbot, which is a tool that lets users ask questions in natural language, and then they can get instant, accurate answers about a specific property. The goal here isn't just to add a flashy feature, but to improve the booking experience. With this tool, the goal is to reduce user frustration and help people make decisions faster, which in turn can boost customer booking conversions. Now that we've understood the business problem to solve, let's shift gear and dive into the technical side to see how Agoda tackled the problem. The chatbot system architecture has several key components working together. The first part is about the chatbot client, which is the interface users actually interact with. This lives in the Agoda website or app. When a user types in question like, does this hotel have free parking? The chatbot client captures that input, tracks the conversation history, and handles the back and forth in a clean, user-friendly way. Then it comes to the second component. That user input is then sent to the large language model API, which is essentially the brain of the operation. This API routes the query to a hosted large language model, likely provided by a vendor like OpenAI, and that retrieves the response. From the technical perspective, Agoda didn't fine-tune their own large language model or train anything from scratch. Instead, they opted for a hosted model as a service, which gives them access to advanced large language model capabilities without the heavy lifting of model development or infrastructure. But just using a large language model out of the box isn't enough. That's where the third part comes in, the prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is all about shaping the input that goes into the large language model, so it behaves in a specific, predictable ways. Agoda puts a lot of effort into crafting prompts that not only make the model understand the user's intent, but also constrain its output to facts drawn from Agoda's trusted data sources. This helps to prevent what is known as hallucination, where the model might otherwise make up plausible sounding but incorrect information. The prompt including structured property metadata, amenity details, and even snippets from verified reviews to help the model stay grounded in reality. Of course, building a chatbot at scale comes with its own set of challenges. Here is a few for your reference. One major challenge is about latency. Large language models can be slow to respond, So Agoda had to optimize how requests are handled, including using smart caching to reduce wait time. Another challenge is about maintaining grounded answers. The bot needs to rely solely on real, verified information and avoid drifting into speculation. Agoda addresses this by limiting the model's context to curated content only. This ensures that all answers are based on trusted material, which can be referenced via a provided link. Then there is also a challenge about multi-turn conversations. If a user asks follow-up questions like, "What about parking?" right after asking about the breakfast question, the system needs to retain the context of the earlier message. To handle this, Agoda designed the system to track conversation history and pass that context back to the model with each new query. Now, building the system out is one thing, but how do we know if it's actually working? This brings us to the part of the evaluation. Agoda built an internal evaluation framework that scores responses based on correctness, helpfulness, and user satisfaction. This includes manual reviews, automated checks, and live data from user sessions. The feedback loop allows teams to fine-tune prompts, to catch errors and make sure that the system is improving over time. Finally, while the first version of the chatbot focuses on the hotel-related questions, Agoda sees room to grow. Their modular architecture about this system means that it can be extended to other verticals, like flights, experiences, without having to rebuild everything. The foundation is in place, and it's just a matter of plugging in new data sources and adapting the prompts for different contexts. Now we've discussed both the business problem and the technical solution. Let's wrap it up. In this episode, we explored how Agoda used large language models to improve user experience through building conversational AI product. By focusing on prompt engineering, grounding data, and smart evaluation, the team built a scalable assistant that adds real value to the user's journey. This example showcases what it takes to move from a powerful model to a polished product. And it's not just about the large language model itself, it's about the system around it. If you like the content of this episode, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a 5-star review and leave a comment. Your feedback is very appreciated, and I'll see you next week.